Hey Internet, my name is Abby and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. Our second mission is about to arrive or to get captured by Jool, but before I will do this I like to check if everything else is in order so that I'm not missing any important event. And here at first, the Elo supply mission is on a good trajectory, but it's still 106 days out of Elo, so it has enough time. And what about the other missions? Then we do have Albatross. Albatross will arrive at Jool in 2 days and 20 hours. Then, Touchdown 3, our Laythe and Pol Expedition will arrive or will have the Laythe periapsis in 9 days and 22 hours, and Pol Expedition will have the Jool periapsis in 7 days. So in this case, the first thing we need to take care of is the Jool encounter for Albatross. So in this case, let me just fly our mission. And let the what is Sidrim doing? Sidrim is sitting in his Tylo lander, and yeah, this thing is really huge. I'm pretty much excited about the landing with this thing, and I hope everything will work out as intended. But yeah, we are now about to arrive at Jool, and I like to do it again from the orbital map to get a little bit closer, and mostly I like to do this because I do not want to have what's it called, a floating point error, and then yeah, I would need to do my trajectory again or something like this. In this case I like to do it very gently, and yeah, in this case I like to have the last seconds in real time so that we can enjoy the encounter with Jool, and then we will switch over to our Pol Expedition so that we can prepare the arrival at Jool and the aerocapture at Jool. And then we can start thinking about our flight up to Pol and the encounter with Pol. I'm pretty amazed about this that we are getting so far. And yeah, we finished in the last episode the Pol Expedition with the visit at a special feature on the surface. This was pretty cool, and yeah, now it's time to move on and to investigate also all the other celestial bodies around Jool. Okay, only a few seconds to go. We do have already a visual to Jool. This is pretty amazing. Sidrim is happy about this. And no target. The nav pole switched around. The altimeter switched around. We are now inside the sphere of influence of Jool, and we are falling down towards Jool. And in 15 days and 7 hours we will have our Jool periapsis and our flight through the atmosphere of Jool. This is pretty exciting. Currently Jool periapsis 222 kilometers. Maybe I should raise it by a few kilometers, I'm not quite sure. But right now, Pol Expedition. So, Baron Kerman and the Pol Expedition, currently 4 days, 22 hours out of the aerocapture, and then it has currently a Tylo periapsis. I'm not quite sure if we will have this Tylo periapsis or this Tylo encounter still after our aerocapture. We will see, we will see. So in this case, let us speed up in time again to get closer to Jool, and we can start to see the moons orbiting around Jool. This is pretty cool. I like this feature, especially in the time warp mode, when you really see the movement of the moons around Jool. And yeah, this is pretty amazing. And Bering is enjoying this as well. This is pretty amazing. And yeah, we are getting closer. We have a beautiful view over here to Tylo. Then I think the darker one should be Laythe, and the brighter one should be Pol. And yeah, so we are getting closer, and then I need to have a check at some point at Bob to see if Bob is also rotating, so that maybe the planet is rotating under the trajectory of the driving section. Otherwise, I need to think about how I could do best the orbit insertion again, so that I can save the most fuel for the rendezvous again with the driving section. But yeah, this will be in a future episode. Right now we have to care more about our arrival here at Jool, and wow, this looks really amazing as we are falling down towards... Okay, let me just stop. Let me now turn our spacecraft around so that the engine is facing toward the atmosphere, or is entering the atmosphere first. Okay, Baron Kerman, are you ready? You're only 30 kilometers away from entering the atmosphere of Jool. And this thing is really huge. I think Jool has a little bit the size, or the real size, of our own Earth for Kerbal Space Program. Because, well, if we are looking at the pictures coming down from the International Space Station or something like this, then the Earth is just a huge wall, and you're not really able to see the whole ball, that the Earth is a sphere. And in this case here, I think maybe Jool has the appropriate size compared to Kerbin also. But nevertheless, it's still interesting to fly around Kerbin and to enjoy this view over a complete sphere. But yeah, it would be a little bit more realistic if the size of the planets would be a little bit huger. And yes, I'm aware there are several mods that do the job, but right now I like to stay vanilla, and so I'm still happy with this. And yes, we are falling down. We are now definitely inside the atmosphere, but I think the atmospheric drag will start somewhere below 140 kilometers. So Baron, you have 20 kilometers to go until you will skim through the atmosphere and lose a little bit of your velocity. And then we can start thinking about preparing your encounter with Pol. In preparation for this, I hope we do have enough time so that I can find Pol. Pol is over there. Let me set it as a target. Currently we do not have an ascending or descending node, but I like to prepare, or I like to align my trajectory with Pol. This would be pretty important. And okay, now we are below 140 kilometers. I think the re-entry effects should start soon. Yes, the needle is now moving, and there we do have our re-entry effects. This is amazing. This is great. We are now losing some velocity. Baron is enjoying this. This is cool. And yeah, this is another beautiful view of an approaching spacecraft at Jool, and it's pretty amazing because Jool is so huge compared to all the other celestial bodies. And yeah, it's just amazing. I'm really happy that the whole Jool expedition is until now working as intended, and yeah, I'm really amazed by this, and I'm really looking forward to all the upcoming missions and to all the other landings on all the other moons. And yeah, this is wow. Okay, I think this shift in the camera angle means nothing else than that we got captured by Jool. Yes, we are. And our Jool apoapsis is decreasing. We still do have our Tylo encounter. I'm not quite sure how this encounter will then influence our trajectory. Oh, over there we do have an ascending and descending node. Unfortunately, there is even a moment that we do have closest approach. And where is... Okay, it's pretty far away. We are basically on the opposite side. And we have left the thicker part of the atmosphere. So, the aerocapture, okay, we are still decreasing a little bit. Now it stopped. Now it stopped, and where is Pol? Where is Pol? Over there. It's at an altitude of 156,000 kilometers, and my Jool apoapsis is, wow, about 100,000 kilometers above this. So I think I should do a small retrograde burn. Am I facing the right direction? Yes, I do. I should do a small retrograde burn right now to decrease a little bit the Jool apoapsis. Then we do have over there. Unfortunately, the ascending node is applying to the purple trajectory after our Tylo encounter. This is not good. So I think we have to do the Tylo encounter first. I think I will decrease the Jool apoapsis to around 160,000 kilometers. And then maybe over here there should be quite efficient to do the inclination change. Okay, right now, Yeah, I think this is looking quite promising. We can trim this orbit later on a little bit more. Then we do have our Tylo encounter in 6 hours and 16 minutes and the escape in 6 hours and 31 minutes. So it's a very... no, the Tylo periapsis in 6 hours 31 minutes, and half an hour later, after we entered the SOI of influence of Tylo, we will leave it again. I hope this won't influence too much my trajectory. We will see. So we do have 6 hours to go, then over there would be in 2 days and 22 hours. Oh, this is quite a long flight. 2 days and 20... That's hard to see. It would be nice to see which time we do have until our Laythe encounter with touchdown version 3. I think I have to just switch over to check out, because I think at first I will do the Tylo encounter and afterwards I will start trimming my orbit. Okay, I have 6 hours and 15 minutes to go. Switch to... what is my double mission? You are 2 days and 2 hours. This means I can finish my... yeah, this means I can finish the Tylo flyby. I don't want to do so much science because I have a designated Tylo mission going on. But afterwards I can set up my maneuver node for the inclination change, and then I have to switch over to the touchdown mission, because the touchdown mission will arrive at Laythe before we are able to do our inclination change. Okay, let me now switch back, because the inclination change was coming up here in several hours later. Okay, and then I'm excited about the Laythe encounter. 6 hours. Yeah, let me do this, and then I have to do the final preparations for my Laythe flyby. In this case, let us 6 hours. We are already 308 days into the mission. This is quite a while. Okay, let me speed up a bit. There is Tylo. There we will have our flyby. And we are getting closer to Tylo. And we are preparing for our flyby. Okay, let me stop the time warp here. We are getting already a nice visual on Tylo. This is amazing. This is great. This looks really like a cool moon. But I'm a little bit afraid of the high gravity of Tylo when I have to do my landing down there. Well, I have practiced some landing or some propulsive landing on the surface of Kerbal, but on the other hand, there I do have the atmosphere, and the atmosphere was slowing me down, and here at Tylo I do have no atmosphere, and yeah, in this case I think this could be dangerous. I hope I'm able to land there successfully, and I'm not losing my spacecraft. This would be really bad. Okay, let me just get a little bit closer. Few seconds to go. Okay, 11 seconds to go, and we are pretty close to Tylo. This is I think this is the closest point we can get to Tylo. And Bering is smiling. Bering is enjoying. Okay, now we are inside the sphere of influence of Tylo. What are we doing? We are having a flyby in... well, our closest point to Tylo will come up in about 15 minutes. And then we will leave Tylo in about half an hour again on our flight or on our trajectory to a hopefully successful rendezvous with Pol. Okay, let's enjoy this ride. This is quite cool to see how we are flying past it and to see the Terminator at Tylo. Bering is okay with the situation. Okay, a few minutes to go. Let me just stop here. How many minutes to go? 1 minute or so. Let me just do a gentle time warp. Okay, we should 30 seconds or so. Again, because of the chance for a floating point error, I like to take the time and enjoy the last view from Tyler's sphere of influence before we will leave Tyler again, and we will start thinking about, okay, camera is shifting around. Now we are having an encounter with Tyler again. Okay. And... okay, wait. Oh no, come on. Do I really have... this is bad. Can I... in 2 days. Okay, let me just see. Over there, -6, so I need to change this a little bit in this direction. Will I then align... okay, this is looking quite promising after the Tyler encounter. And what would be the resulting Jool periapsis? That's way above the atmosphere of Jool. This is good. And there we would be only by 0.3 degrees off. Okay, this is quite good. So we have to do a second Tylo flyby with a periapsis of... oh, there we would be a little bit closer to Tylo. And it would be even about 1.5 hours inside the atmosphere or inside the sphere of influence of Tylo. Okay, I think this will work out well, but then the resulting apoapsis would be a little bit higher again, but when we are down at the Jool periapsis, we can decrease again the apoapsis and make sure that we are really aligning with the orbit of Pol, and then we just have to wait until we get hopefully a good point where we can have an encounter after several orbits or so. Okay, so we are set up. Interesting camera angle. What is the... this is strange. On the other hand, this is really looking beautiful to see this constellation over here with the sun, with Jool, with Laythe, with Wall, with Tylo. This is really amazing. This is a great view. I like this a lot. This is cool. Okay, enough of that. We do have 70 meters burn in 2 days and 13 hours. Very good. But we do now have bigger business. We do have now more important things to do because... switch to... okay, now things getting intense because this is the second moment of truth, or one of the many moments of truth for my Jool exploration. Now I'm arriving here with Optop and Handler Kerman at Laythe, and well, this is pretty exciting because we have to do our aerocapture at Laythe. Let me do a focus view. And to do this, we have to get pretty deep inside the atmosphere of Laythe because, well, Laythe is orbiting in the opposite direction than we are arriving. So we have not only to stop our very own velocity, we also have to stop a little bit the velocity of Laythe orbiting around Jool. And yeah, this is really intense. And on the one hand, I think I like to just raise a tiny bit the Laythe periapsis. Because I think I'm a little bit too deep inside the atmosphere with my current Laythe periapsis, and then I wanted to check, okay, the Jool supply mission is currently losing altitude. This means it's orbiting around this way, and when we arrive here, then we would also orbit in the same orientation, and yeah, this is also one of the important things. I have to make sure that everything is in order. Okay, now I'm aiming prograde. Now I just need to wait a little bit because, well, the spacecraft, as you can see here, is a little bit wobbling around. I need to wait that the wobble effect is has finished, and then I will do a gentle RCS burst in order to just give my periapsis a slight boost so that I'm not too, well, a little bit less inside the atmosphere of Laythe. Okay, so maybe let's do a very gently burn. Okay, this is already a little bit too much. This is so hard, maybe I should do it a little bit later. Let me just try this again. Okay, 17 to 18. I hope this is good enough. I hope this is good enough so that we get captured and we will get inside the sphere of influence of Laythe in 1 day and 19 hours. So I've set up a marker and Optop and Handler are smiling. Optop and Handler are smiling. And well, I hope they will be still smiling when they hit the atmosphere of Laythe, and we can enjoy again the beautiful constellation of the 3 moons orbiting around Jool, and this is so beautiful. And yeah, there's Laythe, and I think on now we will arrive at Laythe. Laythe is orbiting towards us as we are getting closer to it. Optop and Handler are on awe. They are really enjoying this. We are only 6 minutes out before we will have our encounter with Laythe, and we will enter the sphere of influence of it. Let me get a little bit closer, and let's stop here. So, how far are we away? 50 seconds. Okay, let's get a little bit closer and stop right here. And then, I think I do have some contracts about Laythe. Science data from space around Laythe and plant a flag on Laythe. Okay. So, as soon as we are in the sphere of influence of Laythe, we will do some experiments, or Handler will do some experiments. And oh, we are already inside the sphere of influence of Laythe, and we have a current velocity of more than 7,000 meters per second, and the Laythe periapsis is at 20 kilometers. Maybe let me just grab my RCS. Can I? Okay, I think at this point I like to bring it down to 17 kilometers or so. Let me just turn my spacecraft around that I can use my engines, because at this point the RCS thrusters aren't powerful enough anymore, so I need to use my main engines, my main nuclear engines, to change a little bit the Laythe periapsis. Okay, let's do a gently burn. What do we need to do in order to... No, 8 seconds. Do we need to slow down or speed up? This isn't really doing anything. Okay, I think we need to do a different burn. Maybe we need to do a burn this way. Yeah, okay. The very gently burn to the side. Which direction do I need to burn? Now starts the search again for the maneuver nodes. 18 kilometers could be... Okay, there's the maneuver node, but now it's the issue of controlling this unwieldy spacecraft again. Come on, come on. Turn over. And, well, about here. Very good. Now let's do a gently burn to decrease just a little bit our periapsis. 18.6 kilometers. It's maybe a good altitude. Oh, well, let's go down to just a little bit more. Maybe 7,900 or so. I hope this is then a good altitude for an aerocapture. And cut the engine. Very good, very good. Okay. Now that Handler needs to do crew report. Laythe looks a lot like Kerbal. You wonder what would happen if you took your helmet off down there. 45 signs. Okay, let's transmit it. And starting transmission. Uploading data. 1.8 signs added. Why is there a transmission loss? This is strange. Is there somehow a Laythe bug or something like this? Toggle display. Too far. What lock? The sensor scans the gravity of Laythe. It helps to hint at the diverse terrain under the water. Let's keep it, and we have, here, completed the contract. We've just received experimental data from space around Laythe. Good work. Contract complete. Okay, very nice, very nice. So, I'm not quite sure what was the issue with the scientific data. Handler, get out of your spacecraft, switch on your lights, and let's have a look down there. Down there, you will be landing in a few days or so. EVA report. 72 science, but I think I will just keep the science data, because I'm not quite sure what was the issue and I don't want to lose science, so it might be better to just return the science without transmitting it back home. But okay, let's take the data, let's store this, and then let me just see one thing. Crew report. There's some science left over, this is interesting. Okay, let's keep it. I will just store, let's go on a second EVA. I like to take the data, and I like to store the data. Now I should have saved the crew report, and I should be able to create a new crew report. Okay, this is amazing, this is amazing. Now let's turn the whole spacecraft around to the retrograde vector. Like here. Okay, don't wobble too much. Okay, Optop and Handler are still happy, are still smiling, enjoying their ride. This is good. Okay, now we are aiming retrograde, and I will do the science near Laythe once I got captured by Laythe, because I think, look at our orbital velocity, I think we are a little bit too fast for the moment of being near space. Okay, let's cut it right now. And look how fast oh, I need to hurry with my solar panels. Look how fast the altitude is decreasing, and this is not time lapse. This is not fast forward mode. This is real time. We are really this fast, and well, I think this will be pretty high G-forces once they hit the atmosphere. And here, I'm pretty excited about this. Okay, I hope we get captured by the atmosphere of Laythe. And what about my periapsis? 17 kilometers, or about 18 kilometers. I hope this is deep enough inside the atmosphere so that we will lose a lot of velocity. And here, then, exciting things will happen. Okay, okay. Re-entry effects. Re-entry effects? Whoa. Bright re-entry effects. This is crazy. This is really crazy. And look at the G-forces, look at the G-forces. The G-forces are skyrocketing. Wow. Okay, and we reached the top with a needle. Okay. And we are inside the thicker part of the atmosphere, and we are losing a lot of our velocity. This is great, this is really great. And what is going on? My spacecraft is turning. Why is my spacecraft turning? My spacecraft is somehow turning around. I have no control over it. I'm not sure why we lost control over the spacecraft. Oh no, it starts spinning, it starts spinning. This is not good. This is not good. I hope it's not breaking apart. Okay, we are gaining altitude again. We are gaining altitude again. I lost control over my spacecraft. I have no idea what was going on there. This is crazy. This is really crazy. Okay, we are almost out of the thicker parts. Or are we able to leave the thicker parts of the atmosphere before we are crashing into it? Huh, this is exciting, this is exciting. The Laythe apoapsis is still decreasing, but we are almost out of the... Is this our... Okay, okay. Phew, this was close. I have no idea why I lost suddenly control over my spacecraft. This was crazy, this was crazy. The spacecraft was suddenly turning around. But yes, we made it, we made it. And we got captured. Look at this, look at this. We have a Laythe apoapsis and we were arrived there in 24 minutes. And yes, we are arrived, we are arrived. We got captured by Laythe. This is crazy, this is crazy. I can't believe it. I'm so excited about this. And I just saw something. Yeah, over here. Here's Tylo. Here's Tylo. We even have a visual on Tylo. There's a beautiful view on Jool. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. This is so cool. And okay, we are now definitely out of the atmosphere, but why lost we control? Are we out of electric charge? No. We do have some charge left. Okay, this is crazy. I have no idea what was going on, but okay, I hope everything is still in order. I hope we haven't lost any parts. And we are out of the atmosphere, I guess. The needle reached the top again. So I think I can extend the panels again. Let me extend the solar panels. Okay, Optop and Handler. You made it, you are now captured by Laythe. You are orbiting around Jool. Everything is great. This is so amazing. And okay, 23 minutes until apoapsis. I think we should do this. We should raise a little bit our periapsis there. And then, yeah, we can start thinking about our landing down there. But I think at first I need to take care of my Pol Expedition to make sure that the Pol Expedition survives the flyby at Tylor again and is then on a good trajectory up to Pol, and maybe we can even discover at some point an encounter with Pol. This would be also pretty amazing. Okay, now we are flying out. 11 minutes. Oh no, I need then to turn around again this unwieldy spacecraft to the prograde vector. Okay, a few minutes to go. And I'm still pretty surprised what was going on with my spacecraft. Why was this turning around? I thought the most heavy part, or the heavier part, would be down there with the Laythe lander, but apparently maybe, okay, here are some more engines, and up there are also the nuclear rocket engine. Maybe the more heavy part was on top of the spacecraft. Maybe that was the reason why my spacecraft turned around. But this was precarious. I'm lucky that my spacecraft was not breaking apart. Okay, let's do here a short burn, and let's raise a little bit the periapsis to maybe around 100 kilometers. And then we are at a good position to think about our very first landing down there. And yeah, this will be really exciting. Okay, and stop. Okay, good job. Handler and Optop are happy, they are enjoying this, and this is just amazing. Okay, we arrived here, we arrived at Laythe, and with this beautiful view, I think we will continue in the next episode. In this case, until next time, my name is Abby. See you!